What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to OMFG Wrestling. My name is Sarah, and in today's video, I wanted to take a different approach. Now, I've been doing strictly reactions on this channel, and they're fun for me to do, but I wanted to, I guess, do something different, and maybe I'll call this a response, maybe I'll call this a storyline breakdown, or at least my interpretation of storylines, but I just want to discuss in depth certain storylines and that type of thing, and my response to it. So I still don't know what I'll call this, but something along those lines. Now, during Raw last night, before Roman Reigns addresses the crowd, because he actually did open up the show last night, we hear Michael Cole and Corey Graves go on and on about how the IC title has eluded Roman Reigns. Now, at least to me, they made it seem like he was having an immense struggle in trying to obtain this title. At least to me, and the way that they were speaking to each other, it made it seem like it took him months to accomplish this goal. They make it seem like he went through battles to finally obtain this title. And to me, all I kept thinking was that Roman Reigns wasn't even really interested in obtaining the Intercontinental Championship title. Now, if you guys remember, during Miz TV, Roman Reigns was asked to be a guest on the show. The sole guest, by the way. But he didn't go alone. He went with the Shield members. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose ended up accompanying him to that Miz episode, Miz TV episode. And so, during that segment, Seth and Dean talk about how they're going to get their tag team titles back. And Roman Reigns mentions, hey, what about me? I don't want to be the only guy who doesn't have a title within the Shield. And Seth is the one who suggests that Roman Reigns go after the Intercontinental title. He says, hey, what about The Miz? The Miz has a title. It's white and shiny, and now all of a sudden Roman Reigns has something to set his eyes on. Whereas before, it didn't even seem like he cared. Now, to go on and make it seem like this guy was really coveting this title, it didn't really add up with me, and it didn't really make any kind of sense to try and make it seem that way, But anyways, so Roman Reigns starts talking to the crowd, and he says this, and I want to quote this phrase that Roman Reigns says. He says, "The Miz says a lot of stupid stuff, but the one thing he said that is true is that the IC title is prestigious, and as long as I have it, it will remain that way." Again, another thing that didn't quite sit well with me. Now, who exactly brought that prestige upon the title? Make sure to leave that comment down below, because I feel it was The Miz. The Miz brought prestige to the Intercontinental title, and let's not forget it. I do not think that Roman Reigns would be as proud of a holder of the IC title as he currently is if it were not for The Miz. The Miz was the one who defended it time and time again. Yes, I know he had a lot of help, but also, you guys are forgetting, he showcased the title. He was at pretty much every show, and I mean, who doesn't want to see the champion at least be present and at least be proud of the achievement that he wears, that he adorns on his shoulder or that on his waist? I want to see a champion who is legitimately proud, who is legitimately a worthy enough champion, you know, someone who is going to go out there and make the most of the title. That's what I want to see. But anyways, Roman Reigns, he talks this big game about how he's going to make sure that everyone continues to see him with the Intercontinental Championship, blah, blah, blah. And thank God something breaks up the monotony and the Miz's music hits. Now, the Miz doesn't come out, but the Miztourage does. And Bo and Curtis go on to defend the Miz's honor, saying how dare Roman Reigns say such things about the Miz. And they say that physically they can't avenge the Miz, but they do have someone who can. And who's that other than Elias? So Elias comes out. He's always, coming out with his guitar, strumming away. And he ends up challenging Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental Championship. And during that match, unfortunately, he does not end up winning. But they do have a great skit during the beginning where Elias is playing his guitar and we see Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel have these harmonicas and they're playing away on their harmonicas, and it was great. It was fun to see. I definitely had a good laugh out of it. And if anything, I will say that even though Elias did not go on to win the championship, at least they had fun out there and they made a great story from it as well. I thought it was great that they incorporated Elias within the Miztourage. I feel like he fits in pretty well with the rest of the two guys, and we'll see what comes out of it. I mean, I'm pretty glad that they added him into the Miztourage. I think he, as I said, I think he is a great fit for their little group. And who knows, maybe we'll keep on seeing Elias trying to challenge for the IC belt. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to leave it with this. I am not convinced of a Roman's, Intercontinental Championship reign. He said we're going to see a lot of it. We'll see. Only time will tell. Hopefully that is true. But it's not even really like I'm going to be enjoying so much of it because, as you guys probably know, I'm not a super huge fan of Roman's, but I definitely will respect the guy for letting others challenge him for the championship title, and we're gonna see where he takes it and how prestigious he's gonna make this title. But yeah, you guys, that's what I thought about this storyline. And if you guys have opposing views, if you guys have similar views, whatever you guys feel you want to share with me in the comments, go ahead and comment down below. I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this particular storyline that went down. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give it a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel if you want to continue seeing more videos from me. I would really appreciate it. And you guys, I'll be seeing you in the next video. Goodbye.
Boys, come in when you feel it.